It's Henry the Weeder Man. So I got all my tools out. I got a Stihl MS 193 that I cleaned up. I reassembled, rebuilt it, test run it, and I've been waiting for the clutch bearing. So it finally came in. So let's talk about reassembly. So you have to put, this is your oil pump drive. You got to put that in first. Make sure it goes down. The clutch drives that. So when it engages, the clutch then sits down in here in these teeth and then drives it just like that. See how that drives it? So just got the bearing in. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some grease on this bearing. I use a heavy duty axle grease, high temperature. That's what I use. And you're going to lube this up. Now the old bearing in there was plastic cage, and the plastic, of course, deteriorated. So I like this little, Sawzall sent me this grease gun free. What they had, they didn't have in stock, so they sent me 2 of these. I was skeptical about it. My other one broke. I liked it a lot. All right, so I'm trying to get a good amount of grease in this because it's not, the problem is a lot of saw people don't know they got to take this off to grease it. This one here is a little more particular of an issue because honestly, you have to torque the clutch down. So if you look up the torque on this, it's 20 Newton meters, 25 Newton meters, 24 Newton, yeah, 25 Newton meters, and you got to convert that over, which is like 18.4 something foot-pounds. I have a torque wrench, so this torque wrench does, and I set it at 18 Newton meters roughly, and then I got to remember I got an extension on it too, so I had to convert it down a little bit. It's not, I wouldn't get too wrapped around it. That's for you engineer technical guys that really got to be really savvy about it. I just want to get a good amount of grease on there. Like I said, this bearing is not easy to come off. Like some of them, you can pull the clutch, you pull the clip, boom, it comes off, right? This one's not so lucky. So I got a metal cage on this one. Company emailed it to me. I'm really happy with it. All right, this, I want to get grease on the clutch face itself. Make sure I didn't do that. Yep. All right, put this up. Put this on. It goes counterclockwise. You got your 13 millimeter nut. Try not to take too much time. I'm going to back this off into the piston stop so I don't jam it and damage the piston. I got my torque wrench. I got my torque wrench set. I'll go ahead and torque this down. It's the same thing on the other side. 25 Newton meters over on the flywheel too. I'll check that. And then my torque wrench, I'll tighten this down, which is about 18 foot-pounds. Right? And now your clutch is done. It's installed. There you go. You have it. Nothing really to it. If you don't have the tool, tighten them down. You can feel when it stops. Don't go any more than that because you will snap it off and you'll end up with a issue like this one where they snapped off the flywheel nut and they will snap off and you'll get pissed. So if you jam it down there too tight and you go to take it back off, that will snap off. Trust me. I've done a few of myself when I first started doing this. All right, MS-193. Got any questions, just send me a message. You got any advice? I can do something better. Share your knowledge. I'm not perfect at this. A lot of this I've self-taught, self-learned. I did some Stihl schools online. I did some for a Stihl dealer. Never really got through the full certification, but I do go and do my research before I go do something to make sure I'm doing it right. And if I'm not doing it right, please tell me. I know I have done something not right. All right, have a good day. Henry the Weeder Man out.